Hello everyone, my name is Paul and welcome to another video of my Python programming playlist. In this video we are going to discuss about the while loop. As you guys can see, while loop is another type of iterative statement in Python along with for loop, which has been explained in the previous video. By the way, if you're new in this channel, I would advise you to go through all the videos before watching this one. And also, if you are learning Python and data structure algorithm, then this is the correct YouTube channel for you. So do hit the subscribe button also. And if you really like the video, share these videos with your friends and also tell them to subscribe. Okay, chalo, then let's start without wasting time. Let's start the video. Here we will be talking about while loop. Now Python while loop is used to execute a block of statements repeatedly until the given condition is satisfied. Here is the state syntax is there, while expression statements would be executed. Now how it would be happening? Here you can it's a Python obviously. For example, if I write I equal to 0 while I less than 10, if I write print I comma and equal to this. Okay, now let's execute. So you can see infinite loop is happening. Why? Because obviously we are not incrementing the value of I, so we have to give it I equal to I plus 1. Now let's check. You can see 0 to 9 is there. Okay, so what is happening here is I equal to 0, which is the initialization of the variable obviously, and then I less than 10. Now I less than 10 obviously is an expression. 0 less than 10 is giving true value. Until this will give a false value, this loop will be executed. For example, if I comment out this and then if I run it, so you can see 0 0 0 zeros are getting executed. Why? Because I is not getting incremented and I is always less than 10. Okay, if I put also here I equal to 9, the same thing will happen. Okay, 9 will be executed. Obviously we are printing I, so that's why the thing is, okay, it will be infinitely, it will be executing, and this is called infinite loop, by the way, if you don't know. So that is the feature of while loop. Okay, that is the feature of while loop. Now as we are incrementing it, then obviously the value is exceeding 10 or 9. Okay, so that's why it is getting broken. Okay, and the cursor is coming to next line, where for example if I write while loop ends. Okay, now if I run it, so you can see while loop ends. Okay, let me put it in the next line. That's a print statement. Okay, so here you can see while loop ends is in the next line. Okay, so this is the way, this is the basic of while loop. Okay, now here what is the difference between while loop and for loop? So in case of for loop, you knew that how many times you want to execute the statement. For example, for I in range 10, then obviously up to 10 up to 9 it will be executed, right? You know. So the number of iterations, if the number of iterations are known to you, then you can use for loop. This is a basic standard practice. Okay, and if you don't know how many times the loop will be executed, how many times the iteration would be happening, then in that case you should use while loop for sure. Okay, I already shown you about the infinite loop, so we are not going there. Now there are some examples like control statements in Python with examples. If I say for example, first one is continue statement. Okay, let me copy this and let me go to another. Okay, here you can see that what is happening. I equal to 0. Okay, and A equal to Pritham Paul. Now I less than ln of A. Ln means what? Ln is a function which determines the length of the string or tuple or list or whatever the object is. Okay, so if I is less than this, this is 6 11, the length is 11, right? So 0 is less than 11, yes, then it will be executed, or else it will be breaking down the while loop. Okay, now what is the purpose of the continue statement here? We are going to explain this one, right? Here if you see A of I equal E or A of I equal S. Okay, both of them are not there, so let me check. Okay, one second. If it is I on, and if it is for example what should I give? A or U I can give. Okay, so you can check here P R then I is not there, tam, and then u is not there, a is there. Okay, so this is how it is getting printed. Space will obviously print because space is not equal to both of them obviously. Then like it is getting executed. Now what is the function of the continue statement? Why it is not getting printed? That is the question, right? Now here continue statement, what does it, like I should make a separate video, but yeah, let's discuss about these things here. Okay, so continue, what continue statement does, that it will skip the next lines in the inside the while block. Okay, it will skip the next lines, so obviously the print statement will not be happening, and I equal to I plus 1, it is already here, that's why like obviously it will not cause here. Okay, so that's why that's how the thing is. Okay, so continue statement, what exactly it does, it is keeping the next of the lines, that's why the printing statements are not happening. Okay, this is the feature of continue statement. Now let's talk about the break statement. Okay, break statement, okay, so here what will happen, that for example if I write a, for example, okay, break is for this is enough. Yeah, so you can see PRIT, only this 4 are executed. When it is comes to a, then obviously the break is happening. Break means what, it will come out of the while block. This is the while block, you can see here, right? So it is come out of the while block. Here we can write like so here you can see outside of the while block is coming, right? Okay, so this is the break statement. Now let's talk about the pass statement. Now what is pass statement? Pass is nothing but it will it will skip the entire loop obviously. T10p4.py. okay, so a equal to Pritham Paul, I equal to 0, a less than 10, I plus was pass, then the value of I. The value of I will be mostly how it is 11, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, obviously 10 would be there, yeah, I'm sorry, 10 would be there, then the 11 would be executed, like when it would be breaking. Okay, when it is 10, right, 10 will not be matching, and then I equal to I plus 1, you can see, so 11 is happening, that's why the 11 is getting printed. Okay, so that's how the thing is, like pass statement is like that. So by this pass statement you can like skip the entire loop and everything will be passed up, and then the ultimate value would be happening. Now for example if I write I less than 5, okay, and then what will happen, 5 is there. Why? Because 4 less than 5 is executing 5, that's fine. Okay, and obviously it will pass, and then ultimately it will be executing 5. When it will break, 5 less than 5 will break, no, so that is 1, like 1 it is executing, pass, then it is coming there, then 2, then 3, then 4, and then 5, and then x, like when it will be breaking up, it will be 5 less than 5 will be breaking up, right? So the 5 will be executed, printed out. Okay, now let's discuss about the while loop with else. While loop executes the block until the condition is satisfied. When the condition becomes false, the statement immediately after the loop is executed. Okay, the statement which will be after the loop will be executed. Now when the else will be executed and when else will not be executed. The else will, obviously the else clause is only executed when your while condition becomes false. For example, like any kind of break statement or anything is there that due to which the while has been like the cursor came out of the while loop, then obviously in that case it will not be executed. Okay, and if you break out of the loop or if the exception is raised, in that case also it won't be executed. Okay, there is a note here, you can see the else block just after the for or while is executed only when the loop is not terminated by a break statement. Let's take an example of this. Okay, let's go there. Here you can see I equal to 0, I less than 4, I plus plus, print I, else no break. Okay, in this case obviously no break will be executed, but here if you say like I equal to I plus 1 then break, okay, so obviously for this one I will be, obviously the break would be happening, I equal to 1, and then no break will be printed out. See, Here 1 2 3 4 and no break is executed, but here after 1 no break statement, like this line is not getting printed out because it is inside the else. As it is broken down, so this break statement is occurring, okay, after the first iteration. That's why the else is not working. Now you need to understand that where this else clause will be included, where not you should include. Being a developer, you should understand the difference of the functionality, and then only you can apply them in that like practical life scenario. Okay, now some sentinel control statements. Now what it is that like for example this program, okay, you can take the screenshot of all these things or take a note of it. No, there is nothing. Okay, here you can see a equal to input enter a number -1 to quit. Now if you are not giving input -1, the loop will keep moving. Okay, sorry, I wrongly giving input some of the thing. 1 second. Yeah, 1 2 3 4 5 6. See, nothing is happening every time you are giving input. If you press -1, then only it is executed, like exited, the code has been exited. Okay, why? Because we have given a not equal to -1 condition. Unless the input is not satisfying with this condition, then only like obviously it will be executing forever. Okay, this is a like by which we can use one thing, like for example another give me another example of it. For example, age equal to int for example, you do not want to give input as age is 0 or negative number. Like age obviously cannot be 0 or a negative number, right? 0 could be, but like 0 years old, 0 year few months we can say. So yeah, less than 0 we are considering for now. Okay, so writing invalid input and then this one. So now yeah, so this is the example. For example, like if I put -1, you can see invalid input. If we put -2, invalid input. 0, obviously the age is 0, correct? Yeah, so that's how the things are. Okay, for example, we can print the age also here. And here for example -1 -45. If you put 45, then age equal to 45 is printed. So we are allowing somebody, okay, for example you want to make a filter like those who are like greater than or equal to 18, like they are voters, otherwise they are not, they cannot vote. So by that filter, like by this kind of sentinel statements in while loop, you can use it. Okay, by the way, this is exception, like completely your choice, like if you want to give parentheses or not. By mistakenly I have given, so you should not put like that. Okay, so yeah, that is the thing. Yeah, this is the basics of the while loop here. Now while loop with the boolean values. For example, let me give you another example. Okay, boolean. Okay, let's take it here. This is not the one. For example, b, okay, b equal to true plus 1 count is this, that equal to false, correct? Now here b count equal to 0, b equal to true. When b is true, obviously this statement should be executed. And if count equal to 10, for example, this should be here actually. Yeah, now you can see that count equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. When it is 10, b is false and the while loop is getting stopped. That's why the loop has ended here. Okay, in this way you can like use the boolean variables also in Python to like execute while loops. Okay, and the next one is like inside a Python list. Okay, how you will use the loop. Okay, for example, the list can contain anything, number, name, strings, or like tuples, list itself, whatever it is. Okay, one sec. Yeah, so let me copy and paste it here. Okay, here if you run, you can see 4321 executed because of the pop statement. Now what is pop? Pop means nothing but the popping out, like removing the last element in the list, rightmost element you can say. Okay, so we will explain pop and all everything inside the list video in details, don't worry about that. But for now you need to understand that inside the list how we actually iterate. Okay, using pop you can directly iterate. Pop means it will be like moving out of the list. If you print, for example, print a, for example, you would see a empty list. Why empty list? Because every element is getting popped up, that's why it is an empty list. Okay, so this is how the things are. Now nested while loop, another thing is there, by the way. Let me complete it so fast. Okay, now nested while loop, for example, I equal to 0, okay, comma I comma j equal to 0 comma 0, for example, equal to backslash t. Yeah, now you can see 0 0 0 1 0 2 0 3 1 0 1 1. This is the way the coordinates are getting printed, and then loop ended. So this is the nested while loop. Now how it is working? For example, I equal to 0. So for I equal to 0, I less than 3, for all the values the while loop will be executed. Here j equal to 0, and then j less than 4, everything would be executed. After the end of the everything we are incrementing I. Here after end of everything we are incrementing j also. Okay, and this is the way the nested while loop is getting implemented in Python. Okay, just make a note of it and try to practice few problems, okay, from the internet, and you will get easily, it will be done. Okay, so that is the overview of while loop. If you really like the video, then please hit the like button and also subscribe the channel. And yeah, this much for today, and see you in the next video, guys.